So what is a function? All the programming languages, the function is there, right? Or you can create a function like how other programming languages we create functions. Similarly, we can create a function here also. Function is nothing but a block of code, right? It only runs when it is called. So we can implement the common business logic which is used across the department, or right? So in that kind of situation, or across your program, right? So what you do is you create a function once, you can call it wherever it is required, so that you don't have to have the redundant code in your uh, script. So for that situation, right, we for that kind of requirement, we create the function. So the advantage of create a function, I don't have to tell you, the reusability, and it increases the consistency, it reduces the redundancy in your code. And for example, simple example is, you want to compute the net salary. So in order to compute the net salary, you need to know the earnings, and you need to know the deductions. So all these values are available in a table, but net salary value is not available. In your company, let's say take for example TCS. In TCS, 550,000 employees are there, close to that. Each employee, if you use the same formula, the net salary deductions minus earnings minus deductions for each and every form thing, right? Basic plus HRA and all the things, advance, subtract the advance amount that you received at EMI, and subtract the loss of pay, all the things. For each and every line, if you in the Excel, if you won't do it, right? So if you put the same formula again and again, or in a script, if you use the same thing repeatedly, it looks redundant, clumsy. So in that kind of situation, what we do is we'll create a function. That function, we put all the logic. Okay, what formula that we use it to derive the net salary, and then when you assign the column to that, when you pass that, the basic, all the columns that are required to compute the net salary to your function, it will return the net salary for all the employees. Okay, it'll take matter of seconds if you have a custom function. Otherwise, if you have to compute, use the formula for each and every line manually, it will take longer time, and you have a lot of redundant code will be there. The custom function, it uses the M formula language. It takes a set of input values and then return a single output. You need to remember this. For example, simple function. I'll start with a simple function so that you will be able to understand. I just go here and I will take this simple, because here we do not have much files. I go to the Power Query editor. Okay, in this case, okay, here we have a lot of things are there. I'll just close this one. Okay, this has less number of files. How to create a custom function, first of all. So you can see here on the left side, the queries pane, right? Just beneath this, in the empty place here, what I do is I right click on it, and you will find something called new query. And then if you come down here, you have something blank query. When you click on it, it will take you here. So here what I'm going to do is I just simply type equal sign, and then followed by that I use open parenthesis, close parenthesis. Here I'm going to specify the parameter. Okay, and then followed by this as is a keyword. Okay, you don't worry about this. Okay, and followed by, you need to specify the data type. What is A? A is a number data type. And what I do is I just simply use the rocket arrow. This is called rocket arrow. A into A. I want to square. If you give any value, it should square it. This function should do that job. Okay, I just pressed enter. So I can see something like enter parent. That means, there are no syntax error here. Okay, fine. So now if I come here, look here, it is asking the value for A. It is asking the value for the A, this A. If I type 5 here, that 5 will get assigned to this one. And then this 5 will get copied here. So 5 into 5, 25. This is my function parameter. Okay, it takes the value. When you execute, when you invoke the function, it will ask the value for this parameter. When you type the value, it will pass, that value will get copied here, and then that value will be sent to the function. This is your function body. Okay, followed by the rocket arrow, the function body, the expression, what you want to do it, this value, right? So that is what we are going to see it here. I just go and type 5 here. When I click on invoke, this 5 will get copied to this a, and this 5 will be passed to the body of this function. 5 into 5, 25. When I click on this invoke, look here, 25. Similarly, okay, if you want to go back here again, right? So you need to click on the query one. I just rename it with some meaningful name. Rename something like square me. Meaningful name. And here, if I say whatever the value you want, like 1323 invoke, it will get squared. So we have created the reusable. We created the function once, but you can call that function as many times as you want it by passing different values. Whatever value you want, you can pass it. Okay, now I will show you one application. How do we use it? How do we make this more generic? I'm going to create another function. See here, there are two ways of creating the function. Just beneath this queries, right? You just right click on it, click on, just keep the cursor on top of new query. It will open the context menu. Click on the blank query. It opens something like this. Is there any other way I can create it? Yes, I'll just show you here. So in this case, what I'm going to do is now, before I do this, here I just go to home, and currently I'm in Power Query Editor. Inside the Power Query Editor, you can load the data here. Let's say here I have something called emp1 dot. I think that is CSV file. Yeah, this is the one. I load this file for demonstration purpose. So here you have employee number, date of birth, salary, loss of pay, everything is there. I just simply click on OK. Good. And if okay, fine, everything is fine. So now what I'm going to do is I consider this cell as earnings, and this is my deductions. Okay, examples. I don't want to create so many columns, HRA, basic, all the things. Okay, I don't want to do that. Bonus, incentive, I don't want to do everything. You just think this is my earnings, this is my deduction. I need to subtract the deduction from this one in order to get the net salary. Simple function. How I do this? So one way of doing is right click on it. Again, new query, blank query, click on it. Here itself you can type it, but here you might find it inconvenient because the space is not match. So what you do is, the other way of creating the function is click on view ribbon, and you will find something called advanced editor. Click on this. Here what you do is you just go and create a function here. So here I just say equal sign, same thing. Here I take it's earnings, something like as number, comma. I need to pass two parameter, earnings, comma, the loss of pay, LOP as number. You can specify any name, need not to be the table column name. And the next what I do is here, instead of this is my variable. Okay, on the right side of the variable, I need to specify the expression, in the sense the formula. Net salary is equal to earnings minus LOP. I just close this. This is called your let block. Okay, and here I need to specify the rocket symbol here also. And this is called your let block. In the let block, we define we can use the M language functions. We can, do some kind of calculation like this. On the right side of the equation, you can see the expression. We are subtracting something, and then assign the the subtracted value to this variable net salary, and then the in block will return this value, net salary. This function is going to return only one value here. So the custom function returns only one value. I just click on done. So look here, you might be asking this, and what is the earnings LOB? In our table, we don't have earnings. It can be any name. The parameter name can be anything, but the syntax should be same, as followed by the parameter we specify as. This is very specific to Power BI custom function. And then number is a data type. You specify this one also and click on done. And here I'm getting some error. Look here, if you see here, right? Ideally, we don't have to specify the equal sign, but by default it assigns additional equal sign. I removed the additional equal sign. Now my error has gone. Now my function is working fine, and you can go here, view, and click on advanced editor, and you can see it here. Your function. This is your function. And then I click on cancel. Okay, earnings I need to specify. Let's say your salary is 100,000. And then your loss of pay is 25,000. How much you will get when I invoke it? 75,000. This function is working fine. So I just go and rename this, and say with the default name is query one. I just go and rename it with some meaningful name. Calc net salary. That's all. This is what my custom function name. You can pass whatever value that you want. So earnings you specify here LOP. Now the question is the employee one table. Here in this case only 5 employees are there. You just think about TCS. 5.5 lakh employees are there. So you might be asking this one, for each and every employee, do I need to key in here manually? You don't have to do that. Okay. So now we created the function. Step 1 is over. Step 2, go to the add column. Sorry, you need to select the table. In this case, we are going to apply this function on this table to specific columns. Which columns? The salary and LOP. If you pass salary and LOP to this function, it will return the net salary. It is as simple as that. So next what I do is I selected the table name. I click on the add column ribbon. Here I just go and select invoke custom function. Here, column, new column. It is going to create a new column, net salary. New column supposed to be net salary. So what function you wanted to apply for this function, because it's an invoke custom function. Here, if you click on this drop down, already we have created square me, and I want to use calculate net salary. And if you see here, this function accepts two parameter, earnings and LOP. So you have option here. If when you select here, you want to type the value, or you want to specify the column. If I type the value 5 lakh employees, the earnings, and I need to type it. It's a manual job. So I just select the column name here. Here also I'm going to select the column name, and here what I do is salary. I select the salary, and here what I do is I select LOP. So what I say is, hey, take salary column, LOP column, and then pass this an argument to this function, and you give me the net salary for each and every employee. If I click on OK, let's see what happens. So boom, we are able to get the net salary for all the employees in a matter of seconds. And but if you see here, since LOP is 0, it returns the same value. But whereas here, if you see 120,495 minus 25,95495, it's doing the perfect job. This is a very simple task. Probably I'll give you some assignments. You can try creating some custom functions and give it a try. Okay, the simple assignment is, for example, here, date of birth. Why don't you convert this data? You can create a custom function to compute the age. We want to know each employee's age. How will you find out? So for that, you create a custom function. So with that, we can see, we can create some, once you compute the age, we can create the age bucket, and we can see that with the age bucket, which age group employees salaries are more, and which age group people's average salary is more, all the things we can say. That is an assignment. Okay, you need to, you have a liberty to go and do googling. Okay, you can try it out. Okay, and then create a custom function, and you have this thing. Okay, what I will do is, I have another assignment I gave you in this file, how we are going to fix that error. Okay, that you give it a try, and then this custom function also give it a try, how to extract the age from this, how to compute the age. The simple thing is, what is the current date minus the date of birth. It should give that one, but here the date of birth is in this one, the text data type. First of all, you need to convert the date data type, but here the format is different. How you are going to do all the things, it is your responsibility. You just give it a try. Let me see how you are going to write a function. You need to try it on your own. The whole idea of asking you to do this, give it on your own. It's not that I don't want to teach you, or I don't tell you everything. The only intention, my intention is, a good teacher intention is, we want to kindle your thought process. Think on your own, try to do it on your own, so that once you get into job, you don't have to depend on others for everything. Right, that is the whole idea. Okay, so no offense, nothing. If I say no, give it a try, give it a try, right? Don't think, I'm not helping you. The only intention is, try it on your own, because end of the day you are going to work in a real time scenario. Okay, a lot of expectations will be there. You need to, so create a function, complex scenarios you'll be facing it. Equip yourself now itself. But as part of this training, whatever the syllabus I shared with you, it is my response to cover everything. Once you learn it, later point in time, you go and try other scenarios. First, understand the gain the knowledge, and then application later with the other real time. You try it out later. First, understand. First, be prepared for the interview. That is very important. Okay, guys. Thanks for all your time. Any questions? Anyhow, I will share these two files. Okay, I will tell you to other people also. See, once I share this file, okay, those of you are yet to open my files, whatever I shared it. Okay, if I share this file in WhatsApp, let's say you download it in your laptop, and when you try anything, let's say you create a visual or you want to do something, right? Data trans anything, so it will cause some problem. A file or not found, something like that. So if you file not found, okay, which means though you downloaded my file in your thing laptop, okay, it is looking for the same file to be available in that the specified folder. For example, if you wanted to, let's say as soon as you download my file, the next step what you need to is, you need to go and check what data files that I used. Click on data source settings, and here you'll find all the file name along with the folder name. And what you do is, in your D drive, you go and create the same folder name, and make sure that in that folder you keep all the files. All these files are available in my zip file. Already told you in my website, right? There is a link called downloads. So if you click on it, it'll down, you can download the zip file. If you unzip it, you will find these files. Fine. And what you do is, if you say, or if you come back and tell me, sir, I don't have D drive, I have only C drive. So, or I want to change the different folder. Why should I use the same thing? So, okay, you have the liberty to change everything. So, if you wanted to change the folder name, what you need to go to the Power Query editor. Sorry, the not the file name, the folder name. For example, sales by customer. So in that case, right, you open the Power Query, you select the sales by customer. On the right side source, next to that, the engine icon is there. Click on it. Look here. Here you click on browse. Select the file, the data file wherever you have it. Let's say in your case, you have it in a C drive or deployment, some folder it is there. Pick up the file. Click on open, it will get open. Or simple way of doing is, in my C drive, let's say I have created a folder by the name of training. You need to change it. That's it. And then click on OK. Okay. Okay. My understanding is, right, since I told you, once you use the CSV file and once you load it using import option, okay, CSV file import only using it, the data will get loaded into your Power BI desktop itself. I think because of which you will get confused, but still you need to have these files available in your laptop. Without these files available in your file, and if you try to do something, it will throw an error. Got it? Any other questions? Okay, since you don't have any questions, already late. Sorry, I took much time. Yeah, I supposed to take 2 hours. Anyhow, fine, and we'll upload the video. We will circle back on this Thursday. Most likely, I'll be traveling to USA. The plan is right. The tomorrow late night, I may travel. The tickets are booked. This is a short-term trip, business trip, or it might get changed. Okay, in case I have to travel right tonight, tomorrow night, and probably we will compensate next week. Okay, by taking additional class. Okay, don't worry. And in case my plan is changed, then we will continue on this Thursday. Fine. All right. Thanks for all your patience. We'll circle back most likely this upcoming Thursday or next week. Okay. But most likely it'll get changed. I don't know. Okay. Fine.